All right, the hour of disbursement and the month of disbursement and the moment of disbursement, everything is orchestrated to take place this March, and we are in the month of March. And there was a VN that was circulating the internet last week, starting from Thursdays to Friday, that disbursement is going to take place this month, and we are still expecting it to start dropping because this week I've already started, and I want you guys to pay attention to this and see how we can bring forth good tidings through this particular VN. Subscribe to the update, and most importantly, share this piece of information. Always remember to read in between the line before you take any action. Have a great day, and bye for now.
We bring your way this updated content, and this afternoon we are just about to talk about there was a voice note that was released by Madam Ngozi Israel just a couple of hours ago, and we want to say one or two concerning that. In her submission, she said that that much anticipated disbursement will not take place simultaneously with the payment of salaries, but only after all outstanding salaries have been settled. And the clarification is so essential to ensure that anyone or everyone understands the correct sequence of events and does not fall victim to misinformation or unnecessary panic. She also mentioned that further to that the IMF has not or is yet to receive the necessary funds for processing. And what that means is that while expectations are high, that there is still some level of uncertainties regarding the exact disbursement timeline. While some sources speculated that it could happen within this week, another source more realistically says that projections suggest that disbursement would begin from the 10th of March and onwardly. And this, however, does not mean that it is completely ruled out for an earlier date, so that rather stakeholders and beneficiaries should remain patient and alert as final confirmations are awaited. But then various speculations and conflicting reports surged and surfaced, which actually came from OSIM. And OSIM, we know that OSIM is one important name now within the grant ecosystem who is actually doing well, and it goes out to provide relevant information for the masses, including me, to observe, to get at a time like this, which possibly could have turned our community to almost a graveyard if we don't get further information from him and some other ones like that are very sacrosanct to being here for updates concerning the grant disbursement. So OSIM has come forward to strongly counteract any false claim that suggests otherwise, especially the voice note of Madam Ngozi Israel. In a bold statement, OSIM dismissed the misleading, according to him, he dismissed the misleading narrative as fabrications that is aimed at causing unnecessary anxiety and also division among the beneficiaries. He said in his word that that notion is nothing but a fabrication from the pit of hell. And he asked the expectant beneficiaries to please ignore the voice note coming from Madam Ngozi Israel, as it is far from the truth. I'm quoting OSIM based on what he said. He further reassured the public that disbursement would indeed commence starting this coming week. Specifically for those who have successfully undergone the necessary training process, and beneficiaries who have fulfilled all the required criteria should therefore remain steadfast in their expectations, as the funds are set to be released to them in due course and in batches, as was said before. So he also said that no one should be allowed to mislead you In other words, let no one be misled by baseless rumors, according to OSIM, that the reality is that disbursement is in motion and that those who have been trained would begin to receive their funds in a matter of days. So therefore, everyone should embrace a mindset of celebration, because what we have been waiting for is finally coming to pass, according to OSIM. But then, personally, I also have a say here. I'm a stakeholder here. I feel like the key takeaway from this update is that whether the disbursement happens earlier or slightly later, one thing remains certain: March is March. And March is the designated month for the funds to be released. You know, March is so blessed because people are expected to march into the delivery of their celebrations. There have been so many marches before now, but people never marched into fame. But this time there is something different happening on the horizon. People are marching with all force and formidable appearance. They are marching into their millions and billions. They are marching into their year of release, and March is affecting it. Well, little wonder that was March. Little wonder that was called March. It is meant for you to march into everything. You march down everything that has delayed you in life and destiny. Then you march into fame. You march into fulfillment of prophecies for your life. You march into open heavens and open doors. You march into new revelations and new heights. You march into new seasons. You are breaking into seasons. You are marching into realms. You're going to be marching into realms of fulfillment of prosperity. So March is a designated month for fund release, and the process must take place. So there is no cause for alarm, there's no cause for doubt, there's no cause for any discouragement. The most important action right now is for everyone to be in the right position. In other words, position your head, position your brain, position your thinking. Prepare to receive the funds when the funds or the process officially commences. This is not a time for fear, and it's not a time for confusion. It is a time for readiness and expectation. You have to be ready for what is coming. And don't let anybody mislead you by any business report or anything that does not have an affiliate or affiliation to what we're talking about. We're talking about moving to a new territory this time around, and you're talking about something else. So I just want you to position your mind. It is crucial at this point that people remain very focused and avoid distraction or false reports circulating on various platforms. It is important and quite so imperative because there is a lot of information being spread right now, but not all of it is accurate. Many individuals, for their own personal motives, they are instilling fear and doubt in the hearts of unsuspecting people. But the truth remains that disbursement is not a question. Disbursement is already upon us. So your mind should be at alert. Don't let dates begin to bamboozle you or take you out or sweep you out of your feet. As we approach the expected time frame, it is advisable for every beneficiary to stay connected to these verified sources of information and also avoid speculations of any kind. Any official updates would be communicated through this channel. That's why you need to subscribe to this channel, Princess Seed, so that you can get regular updates and official updates right from Princess Seed, and at the right time at that. Funds will be disbursed to those eligible. Don't forget, it will be disbursed to those who are eligible. Now somebody would ask me, who are those not eligible? Who are those eligible and those who are not eligible? If you have been conversant with release of messages and voice notes from this channel, you would definitely know those who are not eligible and those who are eligible. But in summary, for the records, Now, before you as a person, a beneficiary, becomes eligible, first your NGO has to be eligible in the first place. The NGO you submitted your names to must have passed through the relevant scrutiny. They must have passed through the relevant processes of accreditation so that they can be in the league of those that is going to be distributed to. So before we talk about you, we have to talk about your NGO. Your NGO must be among those that were screened and scrutinized and accredited December 2023. All right, it's very important. And then now coming to you, how do you get eligible for this? Some of your eligibility comes from your banking portfolios. Are they up to date? Are they up to date? Have you verified your credentials very well to ensure that your account is not passive and can receive funds? We have preached it over and over again, yet some people will still be caught in that web. You understand? So then for those who possibly their numbers have gone off the list, you might not know, who have taken their numbers out of context and been replaced by someone else. You know who you submitted to. So when you don't get your account, you don't get your alert, rather, beg your pardon, you should know who removed it. You know who ineligibly removed your name. You were once eligible, but somebody removed it. So you know who to attack, you know where to face. Because if your name is still there, you must get alert. Did you get that? If your name is still there, you must, as a matter of fact, get alert. So this eligibility or ineligibility thing, you should know where it is coming from, and you should know how to deal with it right now. So, but I pray a prayer for us that God will make you an eligible candidate so that you will not spectate along in the blessings of others. You would receive what is due to you at a prompt time and appropriate time. It is your birthright. You will not be spectative in the blessings of others. You'll be one of those that will celebrate and will also celebrate others. So the period of waiting is almost over, and soon the reality of disbursement will set in. Let us all remain hopeful. Let us all remain positive and ready to receive what has been long anticipated. The journey has been so long, but the reward is near right now. It's at the door. Get ready, because celebration is just around the corner. I'm going to see you in the celebration floor, in the dancing arena. You're going to congratulate me. I'm going to congratulate you. And finally, when it is done, some of you will come back to Princess Seed channel and say thank you. I appreciate those of you who have been coming at different times, sending us private messages and reaching at us concerning how we give you updates and how we don't keep you in the loo or in the darkness. You know, I appreciate you so much. And then eventually we'll also get to hear from you or how you finally got your alert, and that is what matters to me, precisely not the update right now, but your alert. And that's why we keep you abreasted with everything going on at a point like this, so that you don't get to miss out from what is going on. So soon, not too far from here, you should expect something in your account. You're going to be part of this process. You're going to rejoice evermore. You're going to be glad and celebrate. And because we are one, if I celebrate, you must celebrate. If you celebrate, I must celebrate, because we are not divided. Thank you very much. We love you so much.